Yo, 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 yo. We here, man. Special episode. It's your boy, Let Us Pray. I hope you have a blessed and prosperous day. This is a reaction. This is a reaction to Ian Cunningham and Kevin Stefanski's pre-draft press conference. I'm just getting home from school, work/school, so bear with me. Yeah, man. Where's my water? My protein in here. We prayed this morning, but Lord, we do thank you for watching over us and allowing us to make it safely throughout our day. Cover us and protect us this evening as we get ready for tomorrow. Lead us and guide us and help us to continue to honor you, put you first. Thank you for this opportunity to have a good time, to join up with some Falcon therapists. And I know the NFL playoffs are right now, but if anybody wants to come in, you're welcome to do so. My eyes just started itching. This is crazy. My eyes just started itching. Here's the link. If you want to come join, feel free. If you want to speak your piece about the press conference, what you felt was important that you heard, what you liked, what you didn't like, let me know. And I'll give you 2 minutes to say what you liked and what you didn't like and all that. So yeah, we're talking about the pre-draft press conference between Ian Cunningham and Kevin Stefanski with the Falcons media. What we heard, anything new that we heard that we want to highlight, anything that's a ongoing theme, and all that fun stuff. So if you want to come on and talk about Falcons, you're more than welcome. That is in the chat here, StreamYard.com/MBS53HEVBH. All right. So if you want to hop on the show for 2 minutes and give your thoughts about the Atlanta Falcons. Sorry, man. My eyes are just itching here. Let me know. All right, real quick. I gotta take this pill, and then I'll be ready. Take this pill. But yeah, I hope y'all had a great day. My day was really good. Teaching PE to the kids in elementary school. Enjoyed myself today. Enjoyed watching the press conference on my lunchtime. I got a chance to watch a little bit on my break, but got to watch the majority of the rest of it on my lunchtime. So really enjoyed listening to Ian Cunningham, Stefanski, the reporters, what they were asking. I need these eye drops. I'm sorry, y'all. My eyes just started itching when I hit live. Just started itching, man. So I need to find my eye drops. Because I have not itched bad like this in a minute. Eye drops. No. drops. I just got some eye drops too. I just got it. I don't know where I put them. Right here. All right, well, if I can't find those, at least let me find this pill. Get this pill. Oh, man. My eyes are itching so bad. It's not good. It's not good. Oh, jeez. Man, one of those bats. All right. All right. What's happening? What's happening? What's up, y'all? My bad. I had to get these eye drops in. Yo, what's up, Chris? What's up, Terry? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, we're talking Atlanta Falcons. If you want to come in to the chat, if you would like to be on the show, go ahead and just copy that and come on in and let's talk about this reaction to the Ian Cunningham and Kevin Stefanski pre-draft press conference. All right, let's get started. I took some notes, and once I get done with my notes, we might hop on a little Call of Duty for a minute. Make some food. We got Chris in here. Thank you, Chris Palomino. We got Terry Wynn in the building. What's up, Terry? So pre-draft press conference started with Ian Cunningham and Kevin Stefanski sitting side by side. I think that's the first time we've seen them side by side. Is that the first time? GA Tex Boy Speaks in the building. What's happening? He said, let's pray, Falcon family. A new era is here. It truly is here. So we saw a united front, a joint effort, a joint press conference between the two guys. And I love to see that personally. There's a lot of talk around or surrounding alignment. And we truly saw a united front or an aligned press conference in which these two guys are sitting here talking about how they share the same vision, how, you know, they're bouncing ideas off of each other, how they're collaborating and communicating effectively for the past month or so as they're preparing for the draft. So it's really good to see the general manager and the head coach there at this press conference. All right. Much different from Coach Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot as well. Not a lot of, you know, some jokes being told, but not a lot of ki-ki-ka, ki-ki-ki-ki-ki, you know, he-he-ha-ha. More, you know, straightforward business-like approach, but some really good conversation. So first thing that stood out to me was the question that was asked by the reporter about the reports that Kyle Pitts is on the trading block. Ian Cunningham looked very, very surprised when he heard that question. He was like, huh, really? He rephrased the question, but he said, if teams call about our players, we're going to listen, plain and simple, no matter who the player is. So he didn't refute that they're listening to offers for Kyle Pitts. He said, yeah, but it's not just Kyle. We're going to listen to all teams that will call and, state their case about a player that they may like on the roster. They're going to call and we're going to listen because we're trying to make this roster better. So I really like that honest and very blunt answer. Yeah, honest and very blunt answer from Ian Cunningham. Yeah, Ian was like, huh? Oh, man. Ian Cunningham also said that the draft strategy talks are complete. Let me skip down because I don't want to double back on that. Ian Cunningham says his draft philosophy is best player available. All right. That's really cool to see because as a mock draft, I'm looking at all these mock draft scenarios, and I've been doing best player available for the last 2 or 3 weeks or so. But Ian Cunningham also says you have to be mindful of a positional cliff. All right. So where does your depth drop off at each position? Of course, you're looking to take the best player available, but at what point do you put urgency on one position over another? All right. He talked about how he feels this draft has, where is it at? Oh, it's a very deep wide receiver draft. Okay. Talked about that. That could be a clue. Falcons may not be drafting a wide receiver in the first round because Ian Cunningham feels it's a very deep wide receiver draft. All right. He said you can pick your flavor. They got guys that can do it all, but then they got some guys that are specialists. They got some guys that are a route specialist, right? They can get open. They can run the whole route tree. Then they got speed guys. They got possession guys that can catch the ball. You got guys who can do everything, but then you got some guys that specialize in one thing really well. So he put an emphasis on that wide receiver. He talked extensively about wide receiver for a couple minutes. So I think that's some insight in saying that the Falcons will draft a wide receiver, but it may not be with our first pick or our second pick. If Ian feels like it's a very deep wide receiver draft. He also said he thinks the draft is very deep at defensive end. All right. So there's another spot. People have been saying, are the Falcons going to draft a defensive end? Are they not? The fact that he brought up that position group leads me to believe the Falcons could quite possibly be looking at defensive end. Everything Ian Cunningham has said so far has pretty much been true. It's been true. All right. We got to everything but the draft. So he brought up wide receiver. He brought up defensive end. What he says is not deep. He says defensive tackle. This leads me to believe Falcons are drafting defensive tackle first. All right. He said defensive tackle is not a deep group as it has been in years past. He also said running back, which surprisingly, I was surprised he brought up running back. Not a deep group like it has been in years past. So, yeah, GA Texas boy, absolutely, man. Just those little subtle things that Ian Cunningham has said. I don't want to lead too much into it, but that leads me to believe that he's talking about this positional cliff. And we know that the Falcons, have been quite light on the defensive line, pun intended. They're going to address that need early. because they feel like there's a cliff positionally, and they also feel like the draft isn't as deep in that position group. All right. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. GA Texas Boy Speak said, I think wide receiver will be drafted in the third or fourth. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. I think we could see somebody like Deion Burks in the fourth or the third, possibly like a Kevin Coleman. I don't know how long Brazil's going to be around, or Ted Hurst, guys like that. I think we got to be looking at those type of guys that we're going to be targeting. I think Ted Hurst is the really big one to watch. Will he be available in the third? Will he be available in the fourth? If he slips out of the third, if the Falcons are up in the fourth and Ted Hurst is still on the board, I think he's an Atlanta Falcon, no doubt about it. Let's see what else we got here. Other notes I took. Welcome on in, everybody. All right. So we talked about the Rook and the so it's Rook Arohoro and Mason Smith trade. All right. The Falcons get Mason. The Jaguars get Rook. Talked about how they feel, the Falcons feel, Ian Cunningham and Stefanski feel that both teams won this trade. I tend to agree with that. I think both players give each team something they've been missing. All right. Rook hopefully can help the Jaguars a little more on the outside. And the hope is that bringing Mason Smith in here, he can help the Falcons on the inside. All right. The hope is that the skill sets of each player will help them in their new environment and the new coaching. All right. The hope is that pairing them with the right coaches will maximize their potential. All right. So we're hoping that for Mason and Rook. We're hoping the same for you. You know I didn't feel you were a great fit. I don't think you're a bad person at all, but I just wasn't impressed. And, what he was showing. And yes, quite possibly he was playing out of position and he was undersized and all those things. So I hope Jacksonville is much greener pasture for you, my friend. Let's keep going. And yes, if you want to come in and talk, we have the link here. You can get your 2 minutes and come on in and say what's up to the folks. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all gravy. I don't have to be the only one talking here. He talked about Jawan Taylor, right tackle that they picked up in free agency. Ian Cunningham, he talked about him glowingly. All right. He said he's big, strong, physical. He has starting experience, obviously. But then you heard Stefanski even say he's a great person. And he's great for the locker room culture. All right. So those are some really great comments about Jawan Taylor. No update at all on James Pierce. Didn't expect that we would get one. But he was asked multiple times about James Pierce being in the building. I think the term Ian Cunningham kept using is status quo. He was asked another question, status quo. He was asked the question another way, status quo. So they weren't getting anything out of Ian Cunningham. I love that from him. Ian Cunningham was asked about, how he feels about the Falcons not having a first round pick. He said that, we got GA Texas Boy speaking in the building. All right, let me pause it. We got GA Texas Boy in here, man. Let us know. Let us know. GA Texas Boy speaks. What's happening, man?
What's happening?
Yes, sir. Man, give us your synopsis on what you heard today from Ian Cunningham.
Man. So I agree with what you said earlier. We both heard the same thing. With DT being a weak class, I don't see us waiting until pick 79 unless because Dominique Orange can be right there. but I really see us picking that D tackle first.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I see us picking wide receiver later. Because from hearing them talk saying that the wide receiver is a deep class, I can see us double dipping that wide receiver.
Absolutely. I think the wide receiver group, and there's some hidden gems that you could get in the
Yeah.
6th and 7th too. I'm looking at a guy like this, a guy I've seen in a lot of mock drafts, Eli Heinrich, that dude out of Navy. That
Yep.
dude is like he's a Swiss Army knife type dude. You can use him on the jet sweep. He's a guy who can play in a slot. He's a guy that can play special teams as well. I think he brings a ton of value to a team. He's just not, he doesn't have all the measurables. He's not the tallest or the strongest, but he's a football player.
I'm surprised that Dylan Bell dropped.
Yes, Bell. You talking about Chris Bell or Dylan Bell?
Dylan Bell from Georgia. They got him ranked like number 600 or something.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of talent at the end of that wide receiver class. Absolutely.
Cornerback, like I hear a lot of people saying go get AJ Brother, but in my opinion, I see him more as a nickelback than an outside cornerback because he's not 6 foot.
Right. And I think what the Falcons are looking for at this point is a running mate on the opposite side of AJ Terrell that can hold down that side. That way, you can't just throw away from AJ. You're gonna have to challenge AJ because you're not gonna want to pick on the guy on the opposite side of the field. So if we can get that guy in this draft, that would be amazing.
Facts. And then linebacker, to be honest, I don't see us taking a linebacker high because I think they really want to see what they got in Christian Harris. Because if he can get back to form, that's a starter.
Yeah. I'm coming around on that as well. At first, I was thinking we might try to get a guy like Jacob Rodriguez early if he falls to 48. But yeah, I think with our needs at D tackle, especially after hearing Ian Cunningham today, I don't think he didn't even mention linebacker today. And maybe that's a smoke screen. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But he seems like a pretty straightforward type of guy. He don't seem like he's, very tactical and strategical when he's trying to talk and trying to mince words at all. He's pretty straightforward. So I don't think linebacker is really in the sights of Ian Cunningham or Kevin Stefanski, unless a guy just happens to drop all the way to them. Yeah, I don't see it.
I agree. And then for tight end, I'm about to go out the park. Joshua Simon fits the mold of David Njoku and Harold Fannin Jr.
I agree. I think Simons needs to be given a chance. He was solid at South Carolina. He played extremely well. Obviously, Zach Robinson, it is what it is. He gone. He wasn't the best architect of an offense, but I think Simon should be given a chance to slide in there and show what he can do. Absolutely.
Right. And we got Hooper and we got Charlie Warner. I feel like you got your number 2 and number 3 tight end. If we do part ways with Kyle Pitts and get a slew of picks, do we go after Eli Stauer or Max Clear, or do we ride with Joshua Simon and just save the money and plug in those draft picks in other positions of needs? Like, I look at it like this.
Yep.
With Jawan Taylor on a 1-year deal and Jake Matthews having, I believe, 1 year left on his contract, why not, with this being a deep offensive tackle draft class and we got one of the best offensive line teachers in the NFL, go ahead and draft your 2 tackles right now if they feel like they don't have nothing in Jack Nelson.
I agree. I think it has been proven in nearly every Super Bowl, the team that can protect the quarterback, that can run the ball, wins. Simply, the team that does that the best can win.
Yep, and pay the most money on defense because we've seen that
Yes,
too.
yes. So the Seahawks, I mean, their line, they kept. I mean, Sam Darnold. Don't get me wrong; he wasn't like unscathed. He didn't go without scrambling around a little bit, but for the most part, he was untouched in the Super Bowl.
I agree. And the cold part about it, this wasn't even the Sam Darnold who played for the Vikings.
Thank you, thank you. And then they
He was
had
just a competent quarterback.
right.
And
Absolutely. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, you you good.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, he was pretty much managing the game. He was handing the ball off to Kenneth Walker III, and that line was opening up some monster holes for him. And all Sam Darnold had to do in the Super Bowl was manage the game.
I'm glad you just said that. So in saying that, they done showed you we don't need Michael Penix or Tua to come in here and be a superstar. Just come in
Thank
here and manage the game. We
Thank
have
you.
the weapons for you. Just manage the game.
Thank you. So I love your point. In nearly every mock draft, I'm picking at least one tackle and possibly a center as well, because Ryan Newsel, his deal's coming up too.
Yep.
Um,
Last deal.
yep. So I'm picking either tackle, center, or I'm going two tackles. And if I get a huge haul for a trade back, I'm getting two tackles and a center, because I'm looking to maximize those rookie deals with my O-line before I got to pay up. And just like you said, you don't need a Pro Bowl quarterback to win a Super Bowl. You don't need it. You don't need a guy out there throwing for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. When you have a competent O-line, when you have a great O-line teacher, as you said, you coach up your line, then you got a great running game. Automatically, you got a great running game. Okay? And then your passing game is going to be set up because you have a great running game. So your passing game already improves when the run game is better. And then all you have to do at that point is just not turn the ball over. Yeah. So some great points, man. I really enjoyed the press conference with oh, you still there? Oh, we lost it. We lost GA Texas Boy. I think it was my first time having GA Texas Boy speak on, man. Man, I appreciate having you in here. It looks like we got disconnected. But man, we've been loving reacting about this pre-draft press conference. Remember, the NFL draft is coming up on Thursday. The Falcons will not have a number one pick, a first round pick. They traded that away last year for James Pierce Jr., traded back up into the first round to get him. So the 13th pick, which would have been the Falcons pick this year, belongs to the Los Angeles Rams. So the Rams will be picking at 13 instead of the Falcons. The Falcons will select their first player, barring any trades back or trades up, at pick number 48. As GA Texas Boy Speak said, I think we're in agreement and in alignment. We expect that to be D tackle. We expect the first Falcons pick this draft to be on that defensive line, especially after hearing Ian Cunningham talk about the lack of depth at the D-line in this draft class. All right? So remember, Atlanta Falcons draft first at pick number 48 unless they trade up or trade back. That will be round number 2. No first round pick. The Rams own the Falcons pick at pick number 13 in the first. And then after that, it's on and cracking. All right. They have a couple more notes here. And then we're going to get up out of here. They were talking about how do you come to an agreement when you have a difference of opinion? I love that question by the the media. Ian Cunningham said, when you have different perspectives, you go and you break down the tape. Or maybe it was Stefanski that said that. Break down the tape. You explain to others why you feel strongly, one way or the other. And then you come to an agreement as a group, a collaborative agreement or a decision. Okay? So you're not just saying, I don't like this guy, we're not going to get him, or I like this guy, we're going to get him. And then he says, really? You like that guy? And then one guy just says, I like him. It's my way or the highway. No, show me why you like him. Let's go to the tape. Show me on tape, what does he do well that fits our system? I love that answer from, it was either Stefanski or Ian Cunningham. So not just saying that you love the player, you're breaking it down on tape to other people that are on the, the front office team, and you're proving your point to them. All right. And then in that you find alignment, right? We're all working towards the same goal. The offense. What do we want our offense to be? Okay. We are targeting these type of players for our offense. We need to be aligned in what type of traits we're looking for each player on that offense. And that comes to offensive line, wide receivers, running backs, tight end, quarterback. All our visions have to be aligned. All right. We can't be thinking different things. We all need to be on the same page. Ian Cunningham says what he's been working on the most is communicating with his new staff members, new coworkers. He said, but it's been a seamless transition with the new team that he's working with now. He's really enjoyed the process, getting to know new people, and it's been really great. And then the last question I'm going to address was about mental health. The question about mental health was asked, do the Falcons take into account mental health when they're drafting? And Kevin Stefanski, Ian Cunningham said, absolutely yes. They also went on to elaborate that the Falcons have several resources for mental health for the players and for the staff members. And that is becoming a huge, huge topic in sports in general, but especially football, because, football is a collision sport and it can scramble your brain a little bit. CTE and all these other things. Oh, no problem, GA Texas boy. You want to hop back on? You can hop back in if you want to. We were just talking about that mental health question that was asked during the press conference. Yeah, you can hop back in if you want to, man. That's a huge issue, not just in football, but in our country. And I'm glad someone asked that question, and I was really happy with the answer that was given by Kevin Stefanski, head coach, and Ian Cunningham, our general manager, saying how the Falcons take mental health very seriously and also take into account someone's mental health, whether it is positive or negative, how that can affect your play and affect you off the field, right? If you're effective off the field in life in general, you're going to be more effective on the field. But if you're struggling off the field, I hate to say struggling because I want to use a growth mindset. But if you have some issues and you have some things you need to iron out in your mental health, they're saying now, players are more responsive to getting those supports and using those resources. In the past, mental health was looked down upon. It was kind of like a taboo thing. You really didn't talk about it. You really didn't address it because you didn't want people looking at you funny in the building, going to a therapist or a sports psychiatrist or anything like that. But now, it's part of your health. It's part of wellness. All right. Part of wellness is your mental wellness. It is not just about the physical, what you can do physically. You have to have your mind in a good space to be productive, no matter what your career or what your job is. So I love that question and that response from the team. And I think that was it, man. Ian Cunningham did say that the draft room will be engaged in the first round, even though the Falcons don't have a first round pick. He said they may do like a little practice run, pretending like they have the 13th pick, even though they don't, and just kind of do like a dry run. What would they have done if they had that pick to kind of get ready for the second round? I thought that was pretty cool to hear. They talked about value. When they talk about value, they're thinking about players. They're thinking about positional value. All right, what's the value at that position? You know, do I value a safety the same way I value a corner? Probably not. I probably value corner higher, especially based upon your needs, right? I'm not valuing tight end over wide receiver, right? I'm valuing a wide receiver over tight end. So positional value and the value of the individual prospect. All right. Talked about all those things making up a good draft grade for a prospect. And that was pretty much it, man. So that's my short, not so short, reaction to a press conference today by Ian Cunningham and Kevin Stefanski before the draft. 3 days away because Monday is pretty much over now. So we got Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday. All right. It's your boy, Let Us Pray. I hope you have a blessed and prosperous day. GA Texas Boy Speaks was in the building. We got to do it again soon. Maybe we can hit up like a draft night call or something like that, or maybe Saturday. Maybe do a draft recap on Saturday. That would be dope. Draft recap on Saturday. Get GA Texas Boy Speaks back in here and talk some Atlanta Falcons draft picks. See who we liked. If there's somebody we didn't like. Okay. Got him back. All right, he's back on. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I was just saying, if you're down, let me know. We got to hook back up on probably like Saturday or maybe Sunday, because you already do Sunday. But go over the draft picks on Sunday, see what we liked, what we didn't like. Maybe Sunday be better because then we get to see the undrafted free agents we picked up too.
Sound like a plan to me.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man. So just get a chance to go through each pick, talk about what they can bring to the Falcons, and just give our blunt reaction and maybe a draft grade on how Ian Cunningham did.
I don't think folks is even looking at the big picture. Think about it. We signed 21 free agents and didn't even give and didn't even give up $25 million in guaranteed money.
Man, that he knows how to bargain shop. I think he did an amazing job of picking up guys that not only were bargain guys, but as he said in his introductory, raising the floor. All right. Because you can get guys, but are you going to get a guy that's going to help build the talent of your team? And I think just about every guy we got, I could say, man, okay. I can see that vision, right?
Some of them got playoff experience. Some of them got Super Bowl experience.
Absolutely. And some of them have great individual seasons under their belts at their positions. But, for whatever reason, either they, endured some injuries over the past couple seasons or something like that, or fell out of the rotation. But, yeah, we got some guys that are going to come in, especially on one-year deals. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be hungry for another big payday, and this is an opportunity for them to prove themselves and come up with another, hopefully, big payday for themselves.
Yep.
So,
and even if they don't re-sign with us and have a good season, comp pick.
Absolutely. Stock up on comp picks. Ian Cunningham I mean, he hasn't said it enough. This team will never have 5 draft picks again. Not while he's GM.
Sound like a plan to me.
Yeah, so he loves draft capital as he should. He's not going to be frivolous and just throw them around and throw them away. He covets those picks because they are what help you build a winner.
So let me ask you a question. Do
Yep.
you think Kyle Pitts is gonna get traded this week?
Oh gosh, that's such a good question. I'm gonna be honest. When Adam Schefter said Kyle Pitts, along with those other names that he said, I was kind of like, oh, he got 1 foot out the door. If Adam Schefter says it, I ain't gonna say you can book it, but it's believable. It's believable. So
Because, like, in my opinion, I think anybody with the draft pick 26 through 32, they can trade for Pitts.
oh, for sure.
In my opinion, if we're gonna go for a second round pick, my sleeper team to look for, Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee, yeah, because they just lost a Conquo, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was their guy. So I could see Tennessee. I could even see Kansas City Chiefs grooming Kyle Pitts to take over for Kelsey.
Yep.
So I could see that as well. And playing in the Andy Reid system. I mean, come on.
I can see Miami doing it to give Malik Willis a weapon.
For sure. Yeah, I could see any of those spots.
Sleeper team. I haven't heard nobody talking about a surprise team. The Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh. Yeah, Dak loves to throw to the tight end. That would give them 2 because they got Ferguson still, right?
I think so.
So that would give him 2 premier tight ends.
Now,
right.
What if a team like Pittsburgh call for Kyle Pitts and they willing to give us Pat Freiermuth and some picks?
I mean, here's the thing. I don't really know what direction the Steelers are heading now because I would say Mike Tomlin, no way. Like Kyle Pitts is not a Mike Tomlin guy. Because Mike Tomlin, he's rugged, right? They're going to have a physical offense. But now that they have new direction, I think anything's possible. Anything's possible. Freiermuth is like, to me, when I think of Steelers, though, I think of guys like Freiermuth. You know, he's not flashy, but he gets the job done, and he's tough as nails.
I was going to say the Giants, but the Giants just signed Lively.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
Isaiah Likely. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why I said Lively. That's the dude who played for Dallas.
Oh. No, I know who you meant. I'm interested to see what the Ravens are going to do too, actually. Because they got Edward. No, what's the big man's name?
Andrews.
Mark Andrews. Yeah, Mark Andrews. He's getting old and he's injured quite a bit. They might need a new guy there, and they got a new coach as well. John Harbaugh with the Giants. So I think you could possibly see a new tight end in Baltimore as well, kind of getting ready for Andrews' exit. Because he's been nicked up quite a bit.
I would take Mark Andrews in Atlanta in a quick, when you say tight end, that's one of the first names gonna come out your mouth when you mention a real tight end.
Boss, straight boss.
like people. Oh man, he dropped the pass in the playoffs, but think about how many times he done saved the game.
That dude, man, he blocks like a lineman, and I mean, he doesn't catch like a wide receiver, but close to it. You can't find that combination too much. I mean, you're not moving him in run blocking. He can block a tackle, D tackle. He can block an end. I mean, he could do it all. So yeah, Mark Andrews, man, he's put in his work over the years, no doubt. Tight end position has evolved, and we saw some young tight ends come in last year and make some really big impacts. You mentioned Harold Fannin, right?
Yep.
He came in and had a great season under who? Kevin Stefanski. And then you had Ben Johnson in Chicago. They drafted old boy.
Man, Loveland came in so hard last year.
Woo!
He came in on fire, especially in the playoffs. That dude showed his tail.
Now that's a tight end that catches like a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He turned out to be the number one option.
Yes, and he got heart. Like people was talking about Tyler Warren, and Colson Loveland put that conversation in the books.
Loveland was the guy. And then yes, Tyler Warren. I mean, he was no slouch, but Loveland came in and stole the show as the rookie tight end, man. But he's Ben Johnson, I think he's a great coach. He definitely knows how to dial up some offense for sure. I think the Bears are just going to get better and better with him as their head coach, and Caleb Williams growing with him. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with, man, for the next few seasons. That's going to be.
And when I see stuff like that, it ain't no reason why we can't do the same thing.
Thank you. That gives me hope. Gives me hope. The Bears were so bad for so long.
Just like Houston. Just like Houston.
Yeah.
Just like the Patriots before they got Mike Vrabel. Like we done seen the examples for us to take that next step and not be mediocre no more.
You gotta have the right man as a leader of your team. As we've seen, it doesn't matter how much talent you have. If there's no clear direction that you're going in, it's all for nothing. It's all for nothing. So I'm hoping Kevin Stefanski is that guy. I'm hoping he's that guy. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm praying. Matter of fact, that's why my name is Let Us Pray, because I stay praying.
That right.
I'm hoping and praying that Stefanski will lead us not only to the playoffs, but I can't even imagine how I would feel once the Falcons hoist that Lombardi trophy, man.
All we need is one. All we need is one. If I can get a Falcons Super Bowl, that means that all my Georgia teams don't won a championship in my lifetime.
Man, look, I thought the Falcons would win a Super Bowl before, because my other team is the Warriors, being out here in California. So this was pre, Steph Curry and pre Klay Thompson and, the whole dynasty that they had.
Warriors, Baron Davis.
Look, we believe for a hot minute, and then the team went into rebuild again, and I'm like, oh, here we go again. And then next thing you know, we hit on Steph. We hit on Klay.
If you notice one thing about the Warriors, y'all had all the thugs in the NBA on one team before y'all got Steph, Klay, and Draymond. Steven Jackson, Baron Davis, try something if you want to. We got some for you.
Hey, that team was, we had Al Harrington, B. Diddy, we had Stack, we had we had a couple good guys. We had Mike.
You had all the fighters. You had all the fighters.
Yeah, we had some dogs. We had some dogs on that. Matt Barnes. Yeah, we had all of dudes. Oh man, that was a fun team. That is probably like my second favorite Warriors team of all time. Because they were just so fun to watch, man. Baron Davis was one of my favorite players. Just watching him when he played for Charlotte, and then when the Warriors traded for him, I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" And then he just helped change that culture, man. He brought in winning and just a motor, an engine to the offense, and it was off and running. It was off and running, man. What do you think about these playoffs, though? NBA playoffs,
Man, like
that's
so far,
good.
so good. Yeah, some good games. Let me see. The one game that surprised me the most, the Pistons. That they better get
Oh,
their shit together, or they gonna get beat by the Magic.
look, I always say, in order to win it all, you need to pay your dues. And the Pistons are a young team that overachieved. They haven't been in this moment together as a number one seed. I'm not saying it's a definite that they lose to the Magic, but they're going to have to dig down deep because they haven't been in this position before.
Facts. As
Um,
for my Lakers, I look at it like this: if KD missed game two, is over with.
oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I I didn't think Houston was going to make it far anyway because I'm just not a fan of their style of play. They play a lot of isolation ball, and if the Lakers can just not foul, you can beat the Rockets because they don't have great shooters. They got two. They got KD and they got the Shepherd,
Yep.
and that's it. Nobody else on their
I
team
know.
can get buckets. So you can
Because when
just
they
snag
announced
off.
that KD was gonna be hurt, I forgot that Dylan Brooks got traded to Phoenix for KD.
Oh, yep.
So, and once I see that, I was like, who is this starting lineup for Houston? If this what y'all got right here, the Lakers should run through y'all.
Yep. Shangoon, he's to me, he only plays well against when he has mismatches, smaller guys. He likes to pick on smaller guys. So as long as
Yep.
Aiton can just stand him up, keep a hand in his face, he ain't gonna go off. He ain't gonna go off. Now, if Aiton gets in foul trouble and he got to bring somebody else in, well, y'all still got Jackson, right? Jackson, whatever his name
Oh
is.
yeah, Hayes. The Jackson
Jackson
Hayes.
Hayes. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
he could come in and Shangoon shouldn't be able to bully him either. So I mean, y'all should be straight. He can't bully when it's somebody just as big as him. Um, and then the other guys, they just trying to get out in transition. You keep them from getting in transition. You don't turn the ball over. Thompson, because if he get in transition, it's over. Like you ain't gonna catch him. He gonna dunk on somebody. He gonna lay it up, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got
What you
those
think the
other
Warriors
guys.
gonna do, man? You think us this is Steve Kerr gonna hang it up or what?
I think they're gonna try to make one more run because Jimmy, got hurt, but Jimmy's not gonna be back till probably next January. That's what they're saying. So he's gonna miss half the season as it is. So I think they're gonna try. I think they're gonna try one more run. Possibly try to make a move during the summer. I don't know what move or how, but the thing is, Golden State isn't just it's not a very attractive free agent location anymore as it used to be.
Man, the league need to go ahead and stop playing and let Brun and Steph get on the team for 1 year.
Now they've been talking about recruiting LeBron, recruiting Kawhi
Man, they've been
Leonard.
talking about this for the last 3-4 years. The
Yep,
Warriors call about Brun. The Warriors call. Go
yep.
ahead and let it happen. Go ahead and let it happen. So y'all can stop the debate on who the best player, so both of them can have five at the same time. Just just
Uh,
just stop it. It's like,
yeah.
bruh,
I
yeah,
personally,
like,
I wouldn't want LeBron on the Warriors personally. That's just me. After seeing LeBron play against the Warriors for all these years, I'm just biased. Like I
I
rather us
feel it.
beat him. You
I
know,
feel it.
yeah. I don't care like how good he is and all that. Nah, I rather see us beat you, dog, than us actually win with you. Like that's just me. Like that's the Bay Area mentality. That's the Bay Area
Hey,
mentality. We underdogs. We don't want your help. No, we're gonna beat you. We're gonna find a way to beat you. And if we don't, that's okay. But we don't want your help. Like so that's the Bay Area mentality, man. We're gonna always be underdogs and we just gonna find a way to get it done with heart, grit, soul, blood, sweat, and tears. You feel me? But yeah, I mean, we struggling though. We struggling. It ain't looking good unless we make a big time splash in free agency. I figure it's gonna be much of the same next year. We're gonna be fighting for the play in and either barely make it or barely miss it, man. So the one thing to watch out for is though the Warriors, by not making the playoffs, they are eligible for the draft lottery. So there's a 4% chance that the Warriors could get the number one pick in this year's NBA draft.
which star player got traded?
Which one?
Which team lost a star player? Because you know that there been the trend these last couple of
Oh,
years. You lose your star player, you're gonna get the number one overall pick. Last year, Dallas.
Luka, yeah.
Yep. The year
This
before,
year, well, I say Phoenix lost Kevin Durant, but they're in the playoffs,
mm,
so they're not eligible.
yeah.
The
Um,
Warriors lost Jimmy. Jimmy got hurt. He didn't get traded, but he got hurt. So that's the only star other than the Bucks lost Dame.
nah, that don't count. Gotta it gotta be the face of the franchise. That's the only way
Okay.
it works.
Yeah. I don't think there's any other players that got traded though. I'm trying to think.
Nah, it's the same here. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I don't think so, man.
I don't know either. But shit, man, I'm finna go ahead and jump up out of here, big dog. I'm finna get ready to jump on this highway and head to the house.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Oh, anytime, anytime. And as y'all know, this your boy Gas Boy Speaks. And like I like to say, the new era is here when it comes to these Atlanta Falcons. Catch me
Yes,
on
sir.
Sundays at any time. This Sunday, be on the lookout because I will be on with Let Us Pray and we'll be going over our draft picks and undrafted free agents. Have a
Yes,
good one, big
sir.
dog.
Yes, sir. Hey, drive safe, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Be blessed. All right, man. Well, you heard him. GA Texas Boy or Gats Boy Speaks. And your boy, let us pray. We're going to be going over these undrafted free agents and the new Atlanta Falcon draft picks on Sunday after the dust settles over the weekend. Tell those that you love them while you can. Have a blessed and a prosperous rest of your Monday evening, y'all. Peace. Take care. And we up out of here. My nose got a little stuffed up, man. I'm going to drink some tea or something. Man.